Hey you guys, welcome to another video, and I'm so glad that you joined me, and thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I just wanted to share something real quick with you. We have to be a people that demands accuracy. Okay, I'm gonna put it in big letters on the screen so you can see just how serious this is. We have to be a people that demands accuracy. As you have seen, for those that follow us on this platform, we have been on this trek that seems never ending of just unraveling the lies that have been told to us, for just a very long time. And it's not something that's going to be accomplished, I don't think, in a couple of videos. It's going to take a long time, and commitment as well, and to be the ability to push back your discouragement in as you are seeing the truth of the matter. But I want to show this on the screen too. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. If you spend any amount of time on social media, you'll see a lot of times there are people that will post things like this with these claims that, it falls under this category of how black people invented everything, and no matter what you point at, they will say, we invented that. We came up with this first. We came up with that first. Now, let's be clear. When you really understand your history and the truth of it, you'll see that as a people, those of us that came out of Africa, yes, there are many of things that we have brought to the forefront. There are many things that we have developed with our own hands, technologies that have been around for tens of thousands of years that all can trace back to Africa. So let's be 100% clear on that, okay? There is no argument here. However, there are a great number of things that we did not invent, that we did not come up with. And that's okay. That's fine. Every culture has their own inventions, and there it is. And so I'm pointing, this is just one of many examples, because there are many people on social media that are spreading things that aren't accurate. In this particular case, someone saying that this individual came up with invented the street sweeper. Well, all it takes is 1 minute of your time to do a search, and you'll see he did not invent it. He improved it. Now, that doesn't necessarily take anything away from him, and I do think that this man is deserving of all the highest honors for improving something that was already in existence. But for us to feel like we have to embellish this man's great story of innovation by adding more to it, I think it does a disservice to our quest for truth when it comes to discovering our history. And you have a lot of people out here, some that are well-intentioned, others that are not, because they're just being flat out dishonest by coming up with these things and making these claims that we invented this or we invented that or whatever, where when you look at these claims a little bit closer, you'll see that in many of these cases, it wasn't something we invented. It was something that we actually improved upon. And so that speaks volumes. And this is what I'm talking about, accuracy. And there's many examples I can point to on that, where you have a lot of our people who will make these claims and it's just simply not true. Do these individuals that they're highlighting are deserving of our attention and our appreciation? Absolutely. Do we need to get their stories right out there so that other people, especially our people, can know that yes, we have brought things to the table? Absolutely. But in doing so, we have to be accurate in doing so, because we cannot make a demand for accuracy on the people who have taken away so much from us when we're not willing to be accurate in our own storytelling. You understand? So that's why it's so important. Same thing goes with, we've been looking at the Bible, is the book of Revelations, for example. How many people have made claims about the book of Revelation coming to pass, and this is happening, and this means this according to the book of Revelation, and it has never come to pass. And they've been proven out to be inaccurate. But instead, what we've done is given these people a pass and say, well, hey, listen, you win some, you lose some. No, what I'm personally doing is I'm putting a higher value on accuracy. I don't care who it's coming from or where. That's why we encourage people, even on this platform, whatever the things that we present, we want you to go and to look these things up for yourself to prove it right or wrong. And I don't think that's a lot to ask. I think that people should do that regardless of what it is that's being presented to you. A lot of times, unfortunately, our people, we're more interested in the narrative and not so much the truth. And my plea to my people is this: be invested in truth, no matter what it looks like. Be always invested in absolute truth. We've been lied to so many times and for so long, we can't settle for anything less. So when people present things to me, I'm going to check it out. I don't care who it is. I don't care if they look like me. I don't care if they don't look like me. I want the truth. And you should want that too. So, so I just wanted to do this short video just to kind of really emphasize that, because there's so many people out here that are putting things out here that it's just not true. I just remembered this other story, this whole thing with Coach Prime. There's claims that out there saying that, other coaches are banding together to put, and feeding information, like in the case of Oregon's, University of Oregon, coaches throughout the league got together, fed information to them on how they can take down and decimate this team. I'm talking about Colorado. And so people took that, they heard it and ran with it and said, see, here we go. Now, what people did not hear is what Coach Prime actually said. I'm going to play the clip and then I'll come back because I want to make sure you heard what he said.
No, I wouldn't. No, I was alluding to what I said. I was honest about what I said. No, that happens every week. That's not just from an Oregon game. That's life. And I want our coaches to understand that we're not just playing against a team. We're playing against all of college football. It ain't too many people lined up to see us dominant, to see us win. And they got to understand that as a whole. And our entire staff has to understand you're not just participating against that per se school. We call for information as well. So this not a one-stop type of thing. We call for information as well. So this not a one-stop type of thing. But I know Keyshawn alluded to the gentleman saying that they have a plethora of calls trying to assist, which is understandable. Ain't that don't make it no tougher, no easier. We understand that's what we're up against.
Now, did you catch that? He actually said that they're not the only ones that do that. We do that too. So clearly this whole thing of pulling information from other teams, getting help from other teams, it's a pretty normal thing. So it's not really an exception, in the case of what's going on in Colorado. But a lot of people who are more invested in the emotional aspect and not the facts or the truth, it just goes past them. You know what I'm saying? And so if you hear out the rest of what Coach Prime is saying, now what he's saying, it is true, because he is basically changing the entire narrative of an entire league. So yes, there are going to be people that are going to band together to try to take them down. That's clear and obvious. But this particular act of actually coming together and feeding information on how their team can be taken down, he's acknowledged that, well, they're not the only ones that do it. We do it too. But see, that will never make your timeline, will it? So family, we have to be a people that's invested in accuracy and truth, regardless of where the truth goes. And that's what we're doing here, is we want wherever it goes, wherever it leads, that's where we want to go. And that's where you should be too. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, it's truth above all of it, accuracy above all of it. And that's what we should be committed to. All right. Take care, family. Love you very much.